In October 2017, millions of daytime TV viewers were locked in when something wild happened live on air. During an episode of The Wendy Williams Show, Wendy suddenly started slurring her words, her balance looked shaky, and then she collapsed right there on stage.
How you doing? Halloween costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress. That was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume and I did pass out. But you know what? I'm a champ and I'm back.
For a split second, the crowd thought it was part of the act, like one of Wendy's dramatic TV moments. But this time, it was real, and you could feel the tension through the screen. What's good, Shea Dairy family? If you're new here, this channel breaks down power, ego, reputation, and the deeper psychology behind the headlines. We don't just replay celebrity moments, we study what those moments actually reveal about the people at the center of them.
And this is what remains in the shadows, behind the scenes.
This situation with Wendy, it says a lot more than most people realized at the time. That shocking collapse quickly became one of the most talked about moments in daytime television history. But looking back now, many people see it as the start of a strange and troubling chapter in Wendy Williams' life and career. Because only a few years later, the woman who built an empire discussing everyone else's scandals suddenly vanished from television herself.
You know, stuff happens in life.
Yeah.
Stuff happens, and it's okay. I've still got a very full life that I really endured. Please don't make me cry.
Okay, I won't.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. I didn't plan on this, but it is what it is. I have got to go eat my food with potato salad and everything, and I got to get on the plane in the morning, but I have a very full life. Thank you for watching. I would ask you to respect our privacy, but please, I don't respect people's privacy. That's why I do the hot topics. So turnabout is a fair game, but all three of us are doing fine.
Are we going to see the three of you guys? Yeah, I mean, together, even maybe not as a married couple again,
yes,
but as a
of
family
course
again.
you will. Kevin's got to graduate from college. He's going into sophomore year. He's going to get married or whatever. He's going to celebrate. Yes, everybody's got to grow
And
up.
is he going to be back with his father again?
Yes,
Okay.
They're not apart. I mean, you know, stuff happens in life.
So the big question is simple. What really happened to Wendy Williams? Before the bright studio lights and viral TV moments, Wendy Williams was already making serious noise in American media. Long before daytime television came calling, she was building a reputation on radio during the late 1980s and throughout the 1990s. Working at major stations like Hot 97 and WBLS, Wendy quickly stood out from the crowd. Her style was bold, direct, and sometimes shocking. She asked celebrities the questions most hosts were too careful to even mention. If there was drama in the industry, Wendy was ready to talk about it loud and clear. And gossip, that became her specialty. Wendy built her entire brand around saying the things others were thinking but wouldn't dare say out loud. That fearless energy made her unforgettable and earned her a nickname that stuck with her for years, the Queen of Gossip.
Did you know you were gonna faint?
Yes. When we came back from the break, then I felt it. It felt like I was in the middle of a fire. It's starting down at my feet, going all the way up. I got very scared because it was a live show. I was more concerned with, when I fall, am I going to crack my skull?
Yeah.
And the security here thought that the bug-eyed look I gave was part of a stunt. Because I'm always doing tricks. This is the trick show. We're always doing tricks and stunts.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah, so they thought that was a part of something, so nobody came out until I hit the ground. Then, oh my gosh, chaos ensued.
21 days hiatus. And this is coming from the woman who told me not that long ago, I don't take days off.
I don't take sick days. In the entire almost 10 years of doing the show, I've never taken a sick day. Really, Amy, it was a perfect storm. A perfect storm that had been brewing, I have to say, internally, knowing my body, since late July.
Her growing radio fame eventually grabbed the attention of television producers, and by 2008, Wendy finally stepped onto a bigger stage with her own daytime talk show. When the Wendy Williams Show first premiered in 2008, not many people predicted it would explode into one of the biggest daytime talk shows in America. But Wendy's personality was something television hadn't really seen before, and viewers couldn't look away. Every episode kicked off with the segment that became her signature, Hot Topics. Wendy would sit in that famous purple chair and break down the latest celebrity headlines. But she didn't just read gossip like a news anchor. She dissected it, joked about it, and sometimes delivered sharp commentary that had the internet buzzing. If a celebrity was trending, Wendy was talking about it. And if the story sounded messy, she leaned all the way in. Her delivery could be funny, bold, and sometimes brutally direct. Moments like that kept audiences watching because people never knew exactly what she might say next. Millions of viewers tuned in daily, and the show quickly expanded across the United States and even internationally. At the height of her success, Wendy Williams was reportedly earning somewhere between $10 and $15 million a year. But that same brutally honest style that made her famous also started creating a long list of enemies. Throughout her career, Wendy Williams had public conflicts with several famous celebrities. One of the longest-running feuds involved singer Mariah Carey. Their tension reportedly started during Wendy's radio days, when she frequently commented on Mariah's personal life and career.
Should she suffer? All right, clap if you think she should suffer. Clap if you've ever wanted to kill somebody.
Another major conflict involved rapper Nicki Minaj. The disagreement escalated after Wendy discussed Nicki's husband and his criminal past on her show. Nicki responded on social media with harsh criticism of Wendy. Even rapper 50 Cent repeatedly mocked Wendy online.
I don't know what she was even doing there. Like, I'm not going to Wendy Williams' parties.
Would you go on her show?
She at my party, huh? Why she there? She knew I was at that party. Why she going to that party? Snoop is only in New York because of me. Why she going to see Snoop? Go see him another time when I'm not there. Don't come where I'm at. I don't like you, okay? I don't like you. You said things about me, and now I don't like you because you did it for years.
Despite these conflicts, or perhaps because of them, Wendy's show continued growing in popularity. But in 2017, something happened that changed everything. During a Halloween episode in 2017, Wendy walked onto the stage dressed as the Statue of Liberty, and the crowd loved it. The costume was huge, the crown was shining, and the moment felt like classic Wendy show energy. But while introducing the next segment, something suddenly looked off.
Caught up in their addiction and looking for help. They don't know I'm Wendy. They don't care I'm Wendy. There's no autographs, there's no nothing. It's the brothers and sisters caught up in the struggle. Nobody knew. Because I look so glamorous out here. After I finished my appointments, just seeing my brothers and sisters, and I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home with a bunch of smelly boys who've become my family. They hog the TV and watch soccer, and we talk and read and talk and read, and then I get bored with them. Doors locked by 10 p.m., lights out by 10 p.m., so I go to my room and I stare at the ceiling and I fall asleep to wake up to come back here to see you.
At the end of the segment, Williams promoted a 24/7 hotline launched by the Hunter Foundation, which she founded with her husband and son.
Wendy started to appear disoriented. Her speech slowed down, her eyes opened wide, and within seconds, she collapsed right there on the stage. The moment happened completely live on television, leaving the audience confused and stunned. For a brief moment, some viewers thought it might be a dramatic Halloween bit for the show, but it quickly became clear that this was not part of the act. After a commercial break, Wendy returned and explained that she had overheated inside the costume and become dehydrated. The clip exploded across the internet, but behind the scenes, much bigger health struggles were quietly beginning.
Why do you like liquor? Why do you like to drink?
Because I can.
When you have a drink, do you just have it just to have it, or is it because you're stressed out, or you're bored, or what?
No, just because I care for it, and I've always been bored.
In 2019, Wendy Williams found herself in the middle of one of the most painful scandals of her entire life. The drama wasn't coming from celebrity gossip this time. It was happening inside her own marriage. Reports began circulating that her husband, Kevin Hunter, had been involved in a long-term affair. Then the story took an even more shocking turn when news surfaced that the other woman had reportedly given birth to Hunter's child. For Wendy, the situation was heartbreaking. The couple had been married for more than 20 years, and Kevin had been a major part of both her personal life and her business career. Not long after the story became public, Wendy filed for divorce. Kevin Hunter was also removed from his position as executive producer of The Wendy Williams Show. But this very public personal crisis was only the start of an even bigger storm forming around her life. Over the next few years, loyal viewers began noticing that something didn't seem quite right during some of Wendy's TV appearances.
I learned to have my own inner strength. I had to fake confidence until I actually believed it. And unfortunately, that meant being very introspective and missing out on a lot of the things that kids participated in. Like, I've never been to a prom. I don't know what that's like. I was tall and I was overweight, and I was reminded of that by my siblings and my parents every single day.
The energy that once made her so sharp and quick on camera sometimes looked different. There were moments when she appeared confused while speaking. Other times, she looked extremely tired or struggled to stay focused during segments. Fans watching at home started asking questions, wondering what was really going on behind the scenes. Eventually, it became clear that Wendy was dealing with serious health challenges. She had already been diagnosed with Graves' disease, an autoimmune disorder that affects the thyroid and can cause major physical symptoms. She was also living with lymphedema, a condition that causes swelling in parts of the body, especially the limbs. But later reports revealed an even more serious diagnosis. Wendy had developed frontotemporal dementia, along with a communication condition known as aphasia. These conditions can affect memory, behavior, and a person's ability to communicate clearly.
My thing is that I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Laurie Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. And Laurie Schiller and Wells Fargo have this guardianship petition about keeping me away from my money. And this guy named Bernie Young, I know for a fact that Bernie Young used my American Express card to hire an attorney to file a petition against me. That was done with my American Express card. And then there's this person, a former doctor had medical information about me that I never even got. It was sent over to Laurie Schiller. So I haven't gotten this stuff. I fired the doctor. And again, all I want to know is, where is my money?
As her health continued to decline, it became harder and harder for Wendy to keep hosting the show that made her famous. In 2022, another surprising twist entered Wendy Williams' story, and this one involved her finances. Reports revealed that the bank Wells Fargo had frozen several of Wendy's accounts. According to the bank, there were concerns that she might be vulnerable to financial exploitation. Because of those concerns, the situation quickly moved into the legal system. Soon after, a court appointed a legal guardian to oversee Wendy's financial affairs. This meant that Wendy no longer had full direct control over her own money, a development that shocked many fans watching the situation unfold. The decision sparked intense public debate about guardianship laws, financial protection, and how situations like this are handled when celebrities are involved. Meanwhile, The Wendy Williams Show was dealing with a major crisis of its own. With Wendy unable to return to filming, producers had to keep the show moving, so they began bringing in a rotating list of guest hosts to fill her chair. Several familiar faces stepped in, but one of the most talked about guest hosts was comedian Sherri Shepherd, who quickly connected with the audience and brought her own energy to the stage. Behind the scenes, producers were facing a tough decision. Then, in 2022, after more than a decade on daytime television, The Wendy Williams Show officially came to an end. And in a twist that many longtime fans found heartbreaking, Wendy herself never returned to host the final episodes. After the Wendy Williams Show ended, the same daytime time slot didn't stay empty for long. A brand new talk show stepped in, hosted by comedian Sherri Shepherd. The program was simply titled Sherri, and it aimed to carry forward that daytime talk energy with a fresh style and personality. For a while, the show managed to build its own audience and presence in the daytime TV world, but then another surprise announcement arrived. In 2026, it was revealed that Sherri would also be ending after 4 seasons on air. The news quickly reignited conversations online about Wendy Williams and the mark she left on daytime television. Because for many viewers, there has never been another host quite like her. For more than a decade, Wendy Williams dominated daytime television with a style nobody else could copy. Sitting in that purple chair, she turned celebrity headlines into must-watch television and built an empire around bold opinions, sharp commentary, and unforgettable moments. What made Wendy different was her fearless honesty. She didn't just repeat entertainment news. She broke it down, questioned it, and sometimes challenged the biggest names in the industry. Love her or criticize her, millions of viewers tuned in every single day because they knew Wendy would say the things others avoided. But today, the woman who once spoke about everyone else's lives now lives mostly outside the public spotlight. Her story has taken turns that few people expected, reminding everyone how quickly fame, health, and personal challenges can reshape even the biggest careers. And even now, fans across the world continue asking the same question: will Wendy Williams ever return? What do you think about Wendy's rise, her controversies, and everything that followed? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is far from over. If you enjoy deep breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who remembers watching Wendy at her peak. Because here on Shadery, we don't just replay viral clips, we look deeper at the power, the psychology, and the real stories behind the headlines. This is Shadery, and sometimes the loudest voices in the room end up leaving the quietest mysteries behind.